Hi, so today I'm going to make mini meatloaves. So I'll be using this muffin pan and these silicone cups, and I'm going to make meatloaf in a cup. These are my ingredients here. I got my sauce, sweet red onion, green bell pepper, mushrooms, ground beef, cauliflower, egg, minced garlic, and pork rinds. So I'm going to cut this cauliflower and I'm going to make a mash out of it, and that will be kind of like a crust on the bottom. If you've never eaten mashed cauliflower or mashed eggplant, it has the texture of mashed potatoes if you do it right. So I'm going to cut some off. Now I've filled this pan with water. I'm going to put this in my pan. I'm going to put a lid on this. Now before I get too far in, I'm going to show you the spices I'll be using. I got paprika, oregano, Italian herbs, and of course salt and pepper. I'm also going to use a little bit of coconut aminos. Now while the cauliflower is cooking, I went ahead and emptied the meat out into the bowl. I have a little bit of onions and part of a bell pepper left over from yesterday's lunch. So I'm going to cut these up and mix them in. Now I'm going to take some mushrooms, put these in here. Put some garlic right in here. 1 tablespoon coconut aminos. Now I'm going to add my spices. One egg, I'm going to take my pork rinds. Got this handy dandy chopper here. I need about a half a cup. Just going to put some in here. Now, if you don't have a chopper, another job for the handy dandy kitchen hammer. Just put these in a bag and hammer them till they're crushed. Now, pork rinds are a zero-carb alternative to breadcrumbs or crackers or anything else you might normally use to make a meatloaf. So we're trying to keep our carb count low here, so that's why we're going to use pork rinds. So this is about how much I have. I didn't measure it. I'm just going to put it in. Now what we're going to do is mix this up. There we go. Now we'll check our cauliflower. Look at that. Okay, now I'm going to take this over to the sink and drain out the excess water. I'm just going to take a little bit of butter. You don't have to do this. I'm going to put the butter in here. Got my handy dandy potato masher. And I'm just going to mash this up. Now this is a great low-carb alternative to mashed potatoes. You can make this as a side dish. I'm just going to put it on the bottom. So over here, I'm going to use these cups. Now I'm going to use green. I'm not going to put the cauliflower in all of them because I have some picky eaters here. Just going to put some in here, just a little, fill the bottom up. So I don't know how this is going to work, but I'm going to put a little bit of sauce in here. Just a little. I'm going to stir this up. It's going to be messy. Now this is the messy part. I just washed my hands. I'm going to take this and make kind of a meatball out of it. I'm going to put it right in here and smash it down. So these are not like cupcakes. Usually if you make muffins or cupcakes, you only fill them 3/4 full. You can see I've built these up. Now I have this brush, and I'm just going to brush some sauce right over top of these. Now I have preheated the oven to 375 degrees, and I'm just going to pop these in the oven, and then when they're almost done, I'm going to sprinkle maybe a little bit of cheese on top. You don't have to, but it might give it a little bit of extra flavor there, so I'm going to do that. Here we go. Now I'm going to cook this for about 25 to 30 minutes. Make sure the meat is cooked all the way through, and then you can add the cheese and put it back in. After you cook this for 25 to 30 minutes, you might want to add a little more spices on the top, maybe some oregano, a little more Italian seasoning, salt and pepper, and then it'll be ready to eat. Now I'm going to serve this meal with a side of green beans. Now I'm going to take this out. It's not quite done yet, but I want to add some more spices. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of cheese. I have here some mozzarella. Now this was in the oven for about 20 minutes, so I'm going to put it in for 10 more minutes for a total of 30 minutes. So I put the green beans in the pan with some butter and some minced garlic, and I'm just going to cook these up. I like them al dente, so they're going to be a little crispy. And then I'll have my side dish ready. Look at that. Ooh. Ooh, that looks good.